Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from the Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 4, Transcendental Knowledge, text number 7 onwards. Now we are going to read two of the most celebrated verses of the Gita. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham. Whenever and wherever there is a decline in religious practice, or descendant of Bharata, and a predominant rise of irreligion, at that time I descend myself. Text 8. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. To deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants, as well as to re-establish the principles of religion, I myself appear millennium after millennium. So Krishna is talking about his descent into this material world. As we have discussed many times, anything which is matter will have a beginning and an end. Material things have a shelf life, and one of the most powerful forces which is active in this world is time, Kala. And the nature of time factor or Kala is that it degrades, it deteriorates everything. You see, if you construct a skyscraper, after a few years it will need some renovation. Our body itself, or anything that we create, it has a shelf life. Things do get lost. And the nature of the material world is it just degrades into something really, really unimaginable. And therefore, to create order in disorder, the Lord has to personally come down, leaving his supreme spiritual beautiful abode. So, important thing to note here is that even though the Lord has many powerful rulers like Brahma, Shiva, Indra, Chandra, Vayu, Surya and many others handling the affairs of the universe, but still even they cannot manage everything. Every now and then Krishna, being the Supreme Lord, has to personally come down. And that is the purpose of his descent into this world, and that's called avatars. So whenever there is a decline in religious practice, it is expected, because everyone who is in this material world, according to scriptures, is a rebellious soul. Somewhere we have rebelled against God's laws, and therefore we have been sent to this material world from the spiritual world, which is our real home. It is like if the citizens rebel against the laws of government, they are put inside a prison house. So that is the name given to this material world, prison house. Sometimes it is addressed as deep dark well, unfathomable ocean, Dukhalyam, a place of misery. So when we rebel against the laws of the government, that's where we are sent. Similarly, when the soul rebels against the laws of God or decides to live a life independent of God, the soul is sent into this material world. And what happens in a prison cell? Punishment for the rectification of the prisoner. Similarly, when people ask why there are so many miseries in this world, if God has created it, just to rectify our rebellious mentality, our wrong consciousness, so that we learn to turn to him and learn to cooperate with his laws. Any person who learns to cooperate with the will of God will be able to rise above all the dualities, will be able to sail through all trials and tribulations, all challenges very easily. The nature of this world is there will be disorder, there will be calamities, there will be tragedies, there will be changes, there will be ups and downs, there will be trials and tribulations that cannot be avoided. But those who take the Lord's shelter, those who turn to Krishna, that promise He has made, that He will fully protect them. So it is such a difficult job to manage the universe that the Lord has to personally come down. And this verse also gives an indication that it is the nature of the material world. With the passage of time, if we do not work hard, or even if we work, everything has a shelf life. We have to do something to rediscover the essence, reinstate the principles. Otherwise, things tend to get adulterated, things tend to get lost. So just to revive everything religious, the Lord has to come down. So in our life also, how is it relevant? That we also have certain principles that we follow in life, that we hold sacred, certain value systems, or we want our children to follow. So please know, whether you are in a corporate world or you are bringing up a family, running a business, you have to keep repeating the important principles again and again. If you are a leader, if you are in a influential position, whether in a family or in a business world or wherever, you have to again and again revisit those principles and reinstate them and reinstill, so to say, in people's hearts. Otherwise, things do get lost. That is the nature of this world. That is the influence of time factor, which is called as Kala. It is the most destructive force in this world. Even the biggest conquerors of the world are conquered by time. So many conquerors have come, so many wealthy, influential, beautiful people, famous people have come. Where are they now? All we have is a list of names. That's it. Time is also known as the greatest gambler. Why? Because the hallmark quality of a great gambler is he allows you to win initially. And when you get used to it, then he starts stripping you of everything that you have got. But since you are in the habit of winning, you think you will win next time, you will win the next one. And that's how everything is taken away from us. Similarly, time allows us to win initially. We think we are very strong, we are very powerful, we are very famous, have so much influence, have so much wealth. But then time starts taking everything away from us, including our youth, including our sensory power, our vision, our hearing ability, our body itself is taken away. So time is the most destructive force in the world, and time also humbles everyone. We should never ever be proud of anything. Actually speaking, anyone who is in the material world has nothing to be proud of. We are all like prisoners and going through our sentence, and unless we turn to God, unless we are willing to cooperate with His laws and learn to live our life as per His desire, we will keep going through all these problems. So even the Lord has to personally come down to put order in disorder, to give clarity in confusion. So that's what He's teaching, that whoever you are, you have to keep revisiting the values that you hold sacred and keep reinstilling them in the hearts of your near and dear ones, your followers, because the nature of this world is like that. Things get lost, and at our level the nature of mind is, or our ability to remember things is quite low. So we have to be reminded again and again, and only the Lord can accomplish this great task, because even the most powerful rulers of the universe, they are also conquered by time. Even Brahma has to die one day. Indra, Chandra, Vayu, they are also devoured by time. So the Lord has to personally come down, and Kala or time is one of the most powerful energies of the Lord. Like in the 11th chapter, when Krishna is asked by Arjuna, seeing his universal form, "Who are you? What is your purpose? Why have you come?" And the Lord replies, "Kalavasmi, I am the time. I have come to devour everyone except you Pandavas. 5 Pandavas, everyone in this battlefield will be vanquished." So, Kal, yes, it is the most destructive force, but it is also mentioned in the scriptures, this Kala has no effect on the devotees of Lord Hari, on the devotees of Lord Krishna. They are beyond the time factor because they are under the jurisdiction of the Lord directly, so they cannot be affected by it. So a devotee of the Lord is in the most safest position, and he's not afraid of time, he's not afraid of Kala. The Lord takes care, the Lord orchestrates his life personally. So this is the reason the Lord descends, because except him nobody else can accomplish it. And he appears for three purposes. They are mentioned in text number 8: to deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants, as well as to re-establish the principle of religion. I myself appear millennium after millennium. Now to protect the pious, the good souls, to destroy the demonic, and to re-establish religious principles. This is not a very important. If the Lord empowers someone, he can also do it. The Lord sitting in his own abode also can do all these things. One of his energies can accomplish these tasks. Then why does the Lord personally come down? The Lord comes down. These are external reasons, but the internal reason is the Lord comes down, descends into this world for his devotees. Why should he come down, leaving his beautiful abode for demons who are creating trouble? He could just give them one heart attack from within their heart and they're finished. That's not a very difficult job for him. Just by his breathing and breathing out, he is creating universes and destroying them just by his will. So to destroy a few demons, why should he just go through such hardship and come down? That's not his job. But when his devotee gets involved and the devotee needs him and the devotee calls out to him, at that time Krishna personally comes down. So the only reason Krishna takes avatars or he descends into this world personally is for the love of his devotees. He just wants to associate with his devotees, perform sweet loving pastimes, have loving exchanges with them. That's it. Otherwise he wouldn't come down. Once one king, he had an argument with the minister, intelligent minister. What kind of God you have, Krishna? I mean, if he's God, why should he need to come down to this world? Why can't he manage things sitting up in the spiritual sky? Is that God's work? So the minister explained, sir, he just comes down for his devotees. He doesn't come down for demons. But still, he did not come down. Why should he come down? Even for devotees, he should just stay there, manage everything if he's God. Anyways, the minister didn't say anything. But he was just waiting for the right opportunity. So there was an artist who could make exact statues of fiber of any person, exactly similar. So he got the statue of the grandson of the king made. His grandson was very, very dear to the king. So one fine day, they went for a walk in the royal gardens, and the minister indicated to a soldier who was holding the statue, and he pushed it into the lake. And without even thinking twice, the king just jumped into the lake and he saved his grandson, only to find out it wasn't his grandson, it was a statue. He looked at his minister angrily, who was just smiling. He said, "What nonsense is this?" He said, "Look, dear king, you have so many servants, so many powerful people around you, so many ministers. So when you realized your grandson had fallen into the lake, why didn't you ask them? Why didn't you wait for them to jump? Why didn't you call out to them?" "No, because I love my grandson. I couldn't wait even for a moment." He said, "Exactly. Even though the Lord has so many servants, so many energies, but he loves his devotees so much that he forgets that he has all of this, and because out of love, he just doesn't think twice. He doesn't wait even for a moment. He jumps into this material world." That is the main purpose. So the Lord only comes down, only descends to this world for his devotees. Otherwise, everything else he can manage through his energies, and sitting in his own abode also, destroying universes, then destroying demons is not a big task for him. And so he keeps incarnating into this world again and again and again. How many avatars are there? Avatar doesn't mean he's born. Avatar means he's already up there somewhere in the spiritual sky and he just appears in this world. He just descends. Just like an aeroplane is in the sky. When the aeroplane lands, we don't say the aeroplane is born. Aeroplane has landed, descended, descent. Similarly, the word avatar is used because the Lord is already there in the spiritual sky. Whenever there is a need, he just descends into this world. Therefore, we are not supposed to use the word janma for the Lord. We use the word appearance, avirbhav, descent. But just for our understanding, because people will not understand the word appearance, so we do use the word janma, like Krishna janma, Ram janma, like that. So the Lord is descending. And how many avatars are there? Some people say 10 avatars. 10 are just primary Leela avatars. There are 6 categories of avatars, and total number of avatars is countless. If you want to count the number of avatars, you simply have to count the number of waves in the ocean. They keep coming and going. That is the count of number of avatars. There are Manavantara avatars, those who appear in one lifetime of Manu, again and again. And there are Guna avatars, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, just to take charge of 3 gunas. Then there are Leela avatars, Dasha avatar, which we know about. Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Narsingha, Vaman, Parshuram, Ram, Balaram, Buddha, Kalki. Then there are Shakti Avesh avatars. Shakti Avesh avatars are those who are living entities like you and me, but they are empowered by the Lord with His own power to execute the tasks that He thought somebody else can also do on His behalf. So especially those people who can preach the message of the Lord very effectively, powerfully, transforming many hearts to fall in love with God, those people are considered Shakti Avesh. Like Vyasadeva is Shakti Avesh avatar, Buddha was Shakti Avesh avatar, Parshuram is also Shakti Avesh avatar, although they are all also in the category of Leela avatars. So then there is Purusha avatars, the 3 Vishnus. Mahavishnu, who creates the universes. Second Vishnu is Garbhodakshai Vishnu, who enters each of the universes, lies down at the bottom. From his navel, a lotus comes out on which Brahma is born, who does the secondary creation. Then this second Vishnu, Garbhodakshai Vishnu, who lying down at the bottom of the universe, expands himself into another form of Vishnu, which is known as Shirodakshai Vishnu. And it is this Vishnu, Shirodakshai Vishnu, who is responsible for the maintenance of the universe, and whenever there is a need, avatars come through him. So sometimes people think, oh, Krishna comes later, so Vishnu is greater. No, it's the other way around. There are 2 Vishnus in each universe. There are countless universes. We have to learn from scriptures. We can't be sentimental about these things. Anyways, my next book is coming, in which I have answered all these details elaborately, specifically about the Vishnus. So Vishnus, there are countless, because there are countless universes, and only once in a day of Brahma, which is like many lakhs of years, Krishna originally personally comes down in his original form. And when he comes, all the other avatars are present within his body, because he is the source of avatars. He is not counted among the 10 avatars. He is known as Avatari. Like in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Suta Goswami mentions a list of various incarnations, and then he mentions Eteja Amsa Kalaha Pumsaha Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. All the names that I have mentioned are either expansions or expansions of the Lord, Supreme Lord Krishna, but Krishna is the Swayam Bhagavan. He is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead. What is the meaning of the word Swayam Bhagavan? There are many other different manifestations of Bhagavan as the avatars. I just mentioned some names of. So Swayam Bhagavan is referred to Krishna, because Swayam Bhagavan, that means he is the source of all other forms of Bhagavan. He is the original candle that lit up all the other candles on a table. For example, Lord Brahma gives this example in Brahma Samhita to explain how Krishna is the source of all incarnations. Suppose he says there are many candles on a table, and there is one candle which is lit, and that candle is used to light up all other candles. You put that candle back on the table. Do you see any difference? No, not much. but there was still one candle which lit up all the other candles. All the other candles are the different manifestations of the Lord, different avatars, and Krishna is that original candle. Lord Brahma explains, Ishvaraha Paramaha Krishnaha Sachidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govindaha Sarvakarana Karanam. There are many Ishwaras, but Krishna is the Parameshwar, who has an eternal body full of knowledge and bliss. Anadiradir Govinda, he is the Govinda, is the origin of everything else and everyone else, but he himself does not have an origin. Sarva Karana Karanam, and is the cause of all causes. So we have to go beyond sentimentalism. Oh, how can you say this? How can you say that? We have to simply refer to what the scriptures say, because ultimately knowledge of God comes from scriptures. And therefore we have to be open-minded, analyze things. You don't even have to believe me. Whatever I'm saying, you can verify it with scriptures and then come to a conclusion. So scriptures are the ultimate source. They are the authorized books when it comes to understanding God, His creation, the purpose of our own life, purpose of this world. So this is about the avatars, and text number 7 and 8 from chapter number 4. And in the next verse, Krishna speaks how anybody who can understand this truth which we were just discussing today, that person will not have to take any more birth in this world, simply by understanding. And where he mentions Janma Karma Cha Me Divyam Evam Yo Veti Tattvataha Tyakta Deham Punarjanma Naiti Mameti. So Arjuna. So Krishna says, my activities and my appearance are not mundane, they are transcendental, they are divine. So do not try to impose your mundane consciousness on my activities and Janma. And anybody who can understand the truth behind my activities and appearance in this world becomes liberated. Simply by understanding the truth that we are discussing today and internalizing it, one will not be taking any more birth after leaving this body. He will be born in the spiritual world, will be blessed with the spiritual body. He goes to eternal abode. Krishna says, one who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode to Arjuna. And then he says, Arjuna might think, an example, he says, yes, many. Vita raga bhaya krodha manmaya mam upashritaha bahavo jnana tapasa puta madbhavam agataha. There are many. Being freed from attachment, fear and anger, being fully absorbed in me and taking refuge in me, many persons in the past became purified by knowledge of me, and thus they all attained transcendental love for me. There are many who have followed this path of understanding about me, like I'm explaining. They have understood the truth, and that way they have attained freedom from birth and death. They have attained love for me, and thus they have also attained my spiritual abode. So simply by understanding, and to understand we need to regularly hear from the scriptures properly, and that itself would fetch us the highest rewards, lead us to the ultimate perfection of human life. Thank you very much.